live from Tshwane. In fact, we are just outside Tshwane House where at 10 o'clock the council sitting will begin that will elect the new mayor of the city of Tshwane. You'd remember that 13 days ago on this 26th of September, the former mayor, Cilliers Brink, on that day was ousted, and there was a hive of activity outside here where Tshwane House is stationed. And of course, you had DA members and supporters out in full force in support of Cilliers. Not a good day for Cilliers, but will he be making a comeback today, or will he be facing off with other candidates for the mayoral position? Nasipi Moya of Action is also eyeing that position, and the ANC wanting to field their own candidate. But what do residents of the city of Tshwane feel like? And we certainly have spoken to residents, we've spoken to employees as well of the city of Tshwane. But now let's speak to the Civic Association, that is the Lotus Gardens, Atteridgeville and Saulsville Civic Association. We're joined by their leader, Mr. Tshepo Mahlangu. Mr. Mahlangu, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. An important day this, and I think I want to start with this. Perhaps give us a sense of the work that Lotus, Atteridgeville and Saulsville Civic Association does, the reach that you have, and your understanding about the importance of today for those communities.
Good morning, Naledi, and the viewers at home. Thanks for having me. I'm the president of Laska Tshwane Parliament. What is happening is Laska started in 2020 during COVID as a civic movement which is non-political. Our core business in the community is to be the vanguard of the residents, because there is no one, actually, we don't have a voice in politics. Hence, we took the stance of remaining apolitical. So we started in 2020, we grew until our organization is now called Tshwane Parliament, because we cater and represent all the residents of Tshwane in all 7 regions. Hence, Tshwane Parliament, we say that people shall govern. So, service delivery is our primary business in our communities. Crime, GBV, billing system. You know, there's no service delivery in Swani, in the capital city. So it's a shameful that a capital city doesn't have services. The billing system is flawed. The reason being, the city cannot run, cannot govern. These administrators cannot govern. I think hence they were ousted, because they've outsourced all the services, key services, to consulting firms. Don't be fooled. Somebody saying this party runs the city. No. Consulting firms are run, the consultants are running this. Hence, there are a lot of fruitless, wasteful expenditure. The money is channeled to those consulting firms. So these guys are just criminals. Hence, I call this place a crime scene. Whenever I come here, I know that I'm arriving at a crime scene. This is a municipal mafia type of an environment. So today is a very big day where we are going to witness the new administration. We don't know from which party. We don't care. All what we need services. We want our billings to be scrapped, because they have intentionally, Naledi, and deliberately deferred our report. There's a right of report that they don't want to take out and to the council. We are warning all the political parties, all of them. They mustn't start campaigning with that report. They never wanted to talk about it until we rise. We saw that report. They know that there's a report. So what I'm saying is, all what we need, stability. Whoever's going to come as a mayor from today, they must just know it's only a regent, temporary mayor, because it's not democratic. They're imposing him or her to us, but we are requesting him or her to stabilize the city, to provide us with services, to scrap our bills. That is a demand, because there is a report.
Let me ask you this. You talk about scrapping of bills. One of your other demands as a civic association is Tshwane Dima to be scrapped. You've asked for formalizing of informal settlements, which is quite a big task, right? But I want to focus a little bit on the scrapping of bills that you've touched on, and how it's impacting the everyday Tshwane resident. Because when you receive a bill, for instance, and people are feeling that they simply cannot afford these bills, how are they coping, and who's hearing them?
Nobody's hearing them. We are hearing them. If you can see the plight of grannies and granddads coming to us to say, I cannot cope anymore. My high blood is uncontrollable since this administration took over. Hence, we advocate for scrapping of bills, because there is a report, Naledi. I want to emphasize it. There is a report, and I'm not just saying for popularism. Is that report is there. People are willing to pay, Naledi, but they're not willing to pay this 100,000s and 50,000s. We want to pay per consumption. and we want our POPs because they've stolen 2,500 POPs. There's a fraud case which anybody, even SIU, doesn't want to follow up against this administration. They've stolen from the poor. If Naledi, just last week, I had 2 grannies who nearly fainted at my house because of the billing, 700,000 rand and indigent. Imagine somebody's earning 2,009, but they bill her 700,000. When she comes here for help, they said make arrangements. But now, we have a properly diagnosed what is happening in our metro and other metros. The main problem is not actually the mayors, not only them, the officials are corrupt to the core. Credit control, finance departments of the city, very corrupt. They are the ones who are manipulating the system. They are the ones who are feeding these incoming mayors with the wrong template.
That then speaks to a culture of corruption that needs, I suppose, a really deep clean if it's going to be dealt with, right? But I want to get back to the politics of our well a little bit. There is, of course, the issue that Cilliers Brink wants back in, or the DA wants him back in on the mayoral office. How do you rate his mayorship of the city in the past year? And also, since 2016, with I suppose, the difference of just one Makwarela of Action SA, you have had the Democratic Alliance holding that office for the longest time. Is it the end for the DA in Tshwane?
I can confidently say, especially in township, it's the end. Because he never actually serviced the black townships and informal settlement. That is a fact. I mean, when they removed him, the people were happy, Naledi. I'm the voice of the people. I'm not representing myself here in my capacity. I represent people. People are so happy. They don't want to see that happening today. Of course, we had the rumors that they might bring him back. Why would they bring him back? Who is going to service? We are saying we don't want a partisan mayor. We want a mayor for the people, by the people. A democratic leader who's going to understand that the people that is punishing are the ones who's paying his salary. We are the taxpayers, we are paying his salary. They is not paying his salary. They is not servicing people. It's our rates and taxes. We are the municipality, we are the government. We cannot accept any party to say we're imposing this mayor to you and we accept that. We're not going to fold hands. We don't want Cilliers Brink because people doesn't want him because he never served them.
But then who was the candidate that would stand out for you? You've got Nasipi Moya of Action SA, who is currently Deputy Mayor of Tshwane. Tell me what your thoughts are on her. And then at 9 o'clock, we're here to find out from the ANC really the candidate that they're fielding. But some reports touting that it may be Khosi Mayepa, who you'd know was the former advisor to former mayors here in the city of Tshwane. What do you make of those two candidates?
I must be honest with you, Naledi. As an apolitical organization, we don't want to endorse any politician at current moment because that is not a democracy that is going to happen today. They are going to fit their own candidate, not our candidate. Our candidate is coming in 2026. There is a regent that is coming to City of Tshwane. Today, it's a regent. Whoever is coming, please prioritize service delivery, scrap our bills, employ our locals. Please take that contract you signed with consulting firms and employ our youth. We want employment, we demand it. We cannot endorse anybody, we are apolitical. That even politicians, they don't even know who's going to be the mayor. But we said, good luck, whoever's coming. But please, you must know, we want our service. We are demanding that.
All right. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Mr. Tshepo Mahlangu there, who's the leader of Lotus, Atteridgeville and Saulsville Civic Association, Olaska, speaking to us about what it is that the residents of Tshwane really want